So the question or the topic today is trucking a great career? Trucking a great career, hell, I don't know, y'all tell me. Y'all tell me. I look around, what I see. Let me stop. Duh. I see trucks everywhere. And man, this ain't even the full lot, man. If you go straight back that way, it's even more. So is trucking a good career, great career? Let's talk about it. All right. Also, in this video, I'm gonna tell you guys how and why I got into trucking. All right. So, let's go. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's go. Let that beat play out for a little bit. Straight like that. Now I come in on y'all, right? Like, so that beat go hard. Check it out. No homo. I gotta put that in there, man. No homo, man. But check this out. I'm gonna do a little trivia for y'all because, or not trivia, but more like a giveaway, man. It's that time of the season. You know what I'm saying? Let me take my hoodie off. It's that time of the season, man. It's Christmas time. Man, my hair looking, man, I gotta get to the house and get a cut. Get a cut, man. It's looking bad, man. I'm looking rough out here. You look rough when you making money. You know what I'm saying? You look pretty and all beautified, beautificated up. And, you know, haircuts, everything. When you sitting. So your boy ain't sitting. That's why I'm looking like this. I gotta get to the house for Christmas so I can get fresh with the haircut and everything, man. You know what I'm saying? They got barbershops out here, but you know what I mean? I mess with my barbershop solely in North Carolina, alright? So but here goes the giveaway that I'm giving y'all today, man. Y'all heard that instrumental that just came on my intro, okay? I'm gonna do like this. If anybody can tell me where that beat came from, all right? Now you gotta tell me who was on the song. You gotta tell me what album it was on. And you gotta tell me who produced it. I'm gonna do it like that. You tell me what album that was on, who produced it, and who was rapping on that song. First person to get it right, all right? I'm gonna do a giveaway for you. It's Christmas time, so I'm gonna give you a present. First person that puts it down in the comments where that beat came from, what album, okay? What artist is on that song? I'll never give you a clue. I said what artists. It's more than one artist on that song. And who produced that beat? I'm gonna give you $100 for Christmas. Straight like that. You tell me all three of those things that I need for the answer, and it's Christmas time. First person to answer down correctly in the comment box, I'm gonna give you $100, cash monies. And the way that you can pick this monies up is, I'm sure it's a truck stop somewhere near you. Hell, I'll send you a damn money order. You just send me an address where to send it to, okay? But that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a giveaway for Christmas time. Because the beat goes so hard. I like that beat. Y'all gotta tell me where I found, you know, what album it's off of, what artist is on it, and who produced that beat. And you win $100. First person, comment box down below. Make sure you put it in there. If you're wrong, I'm gonna comment and say wrong. And the first person that gets it right, I'm gonna say right, you are the winner. Okay, so if you guys comment after the person that does get it right, if anybody does get it right, it's gonna say you do have it right, but somebody has already won the prize. Okay, so let's go shoot it. All right, so but today's video we're gonna jump right into it, and that is trucking a great career? and how did I myself, LoShawn, get involved with trucking or come into the trucking industry or game, however you want to put it. All right, so let's start out by saying this: is trucking a great career? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let you determine if trucking is a great career. Okay, I'm gonna give you my spiel. I'm gonna give you my story on first how I came into trucking, what influenced me to come into trucking, stuff of that nature, and then I'm gonna let you determine if it's a good place to go. All right, and then I'll touch on it a little bit too at the end, if trucking is a great career and things of that nature. So I'm gonna give you guys the spiel. Before I start out, I gotta get me another vape pen real quick, because this is gonna be a long video. Man, that cloud is just so dense. The flavor is so bomb.com, and y'all gonna have to check out this. I'm trying to keep it from a distance, because right after this video, I'm doing my vape board. You know what I mean? Firing back at Trucker Brown and the Wright brother and everybody who's doing the vape boards with us. My vape board part 3 video is coming up after this video. It's a new member that I'm gonna be shooting at on that vape board. Can't believe this dude came at. He gonna get it. So after this video, I'll be shooting a vape board video. If you guys are interested in that vape board stuff, check it out, man. We're having a blast over there. We're actually looking for some me and Trucker Brown and probably the Wright brother is gonna do some working on this. And from my understanding, we're gonna try to work on getting like a little show with this, or like a little sponsorship. So y'all be on the lookout for that, man. That thing it's gonna blow up. Shout out Trucker Brown, because I think he's the one who actually started this up, and then me and the Wright brother is following suit, and we all are now in it together, and we're gonna make this joint pop. So, but anyway, here's my story, my spill on how I got involved in trucking. Okay, I'm gonna date you guys back to 2005. 2005. Okay, so Hurricane Katrina brought me to North Carolina. Okay, that's just a little story for you guys. Actually, I came to North Carolina probably about a couple months after Katrina. My grandfather had ended up dying. All right, and so I came to North Carolina, and my parents was living down in North Carolina at the time. So when I came from Baton Rouge to North Carolina for my grandfather's funeral, the initial thing was that I was going back to Baton Rouge. I was just there for the funeral. Okay, ended up staying in North Carolina and saying forget going back to Baton Rouge. Okay, found myself a job there. All right, the first job that I had when I came from Baton Rouge to Charlotte was DHL. I was a delivery driver for DHL over by the airport in Charlotte. Okay, which DHL, I think they're still there, but they only have maybe 4 or 5 employees. Back then when I was doing, they was contracted work, so there was a lot of contractors in there that was driving. Okay, and at that time I was just a delivery person for a contractor. So and we had like a little van. It was yellow, and you would do a certain route, part of the city, almost like how UPS, FedEx, stuff like that is. So for those that don't know what DHL is, okay, DHL was a major carrier in the United States. It still is a major carrier. Okay, over in Europe, overseas, DHL is the UPS of what we have here in the United States. So DHL is still huge. They just do a lot of stuff in Europe, but they used to do a lot of stuff in the United States too. So when I drove for them, I did that for I want to say maybe about a year. Okay, a year. After I left them, I went and got on with FedEx Ground, driving for a contractor out at the FedEx Ground. I drove for them, for FedEx Ground, for I want to say about 6 months. 6 months, okay? And the guy that I was driving for, I think he ended up losing his contract. So when he lost his contract, y'all gotta excuse me, I'm trying to get myself comfortable here, man, with my sweater. I'm trying not to get too hot, but I'm trying not to be cold, man. It is cold right now, because where I'm at is in Kentucky. I'm on my way to West Virginia, up in the Styx Mountains to do this delivery, but it's snowing up there right now, okay? And it's 27 degrees, and snow and 27 degrees hitting the ground don't don't add up. And if you guys haven't watched, check out my winter weather driving video. Me in snow and ice we don't hang out too tough. So last time I checked, it'll be 49 degrees there on Sunday with sunny out there. So that's when this load will be delivered. You feel me? All right, so back to what I was saying. I was driving for FedEx Ground, and my contractor lost his contract. So at that time, I went from being in a van at DHL to being in like a if you ever seen a DHL delivery, I mean the FedEx deliveries trucks, they got like the little sliding door in the back and close down, okay? Like one of those big vans, but they got like the sliding door in the back that slides open, slides down. All right, so I went to that. You know, both of those you only needed a driver's license. But the thing now that's starting to happen is I'm liking to drive. Okay, that's starting to be my career, my thing. I like to drive. I like driving, delivering packages at that time. So the thing that was exciting to me was driving to different locations every day, or delivering different packages, or the excitement was not knowing where a package was going in the area that my route was. You know what I mean? So that was the excitement. So I worked with FedEx Ground for about 6 months. He lost his contract. After I left there, I went to work for a company called Fresh Point, which is a produce company in Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay. Now I go from a van at DHL to like a bigger van at FedEx to now I'm in a box truck at Fresh Point delivering produce. All right, now I would deliver to certain parts in Charlotte again, to major restaurants, and you know I had to meet certain appointment times and stuff like that, and I'm rolling produce off this truck, but now I'm in a box truck, so that, you know, is as you can see, I'm elevating in levels of vehicles here. Okay, so I worked for them for about almost 2 years, and I end up getting laid off. Okay, and in this location, at that location where I was at Fresh Point, I actually met my first wife there. My first wife, so I'm gonna say my ex-wife, my first ex-wife. I only got, yeah, all right. Yeah, so I met my ex-wife there, okay? I'm remarried now, but to a different woman, okay? So I met my first wife there, and she worked at the same company at Fresh Point as well, which I'll get into that story about that here shortly. So once I left there, I got laid off. I ended up going to work for Time Warner. Okay, so now you're starting to see like a little breakage of a trend of like transportation. Now you go down to Time Warner. I was a technician at Time Warner. All right, but the thing that's crazy about Time Warner is that you drive your own van. I mean, well, you drive Time Warner's van, and you go around and do service. So it's kind of like I still was in transportation, but I was a service technician. So I would work on people's cable as well and do installs and stuff like that. It still was interesting because you never knew what part of the city or town or part of Charlotte I was going in day to day. I could be in one part of Charlotte next hour I'm in the opposite end of Charlotte. So it was still kind of like semi-transportation, but still technical support. So what happened there? I ended up getting, I don't know if I guess so. I'm just keeping mine. I guess I ended up getting fired from there because my license got suspended. Yeah, my license got suspended from a speeding ticket that I had that I didn't pay, and I forgot to pay it, and it was an out-of-state speeding ticket. And nevertheless, bada bing, bada boom, North Carolina suspended my license for a year. So when they suspend my license for a year, basically that was the end of my job, because my job entailed that I need to drive this vehicle to go service the customers, and I couldn't do that no more, right? So I ended up losing my job with Time Warner Cable, which was a great job, man. Wish I didn't lose that. Nevertheless, when I lost that job, I was in my first marriage, and then when I lost that, it kind of was like rocky for me for a little bit. I wasn't able to, you know, my ex-wife at the time was the only one that was working. I wasn't really bringing no money in at that time. I was taking care of the kids, but you know what I mean? Listen. Okay, let me tell y'all like this. I don't care what no woman says. A woman wants to feel secure, okay? I don't care how much you give her, like, you know what I mean? You know, parental guidance here. I don't care how much you give her. At the end of the day, if she does not feel secure, she doesn't feel like you're a provider, you're not there supporting financially, your marriage is going to fail, okay? It don't matter how much you getting it in good and you thinking that you the king of the block. If you do not provide, you are not financially stable, and you are not the man figure of the house, which is supposed to be the one that's providing food, roof over the head, whatever. You're supposed to be like the breadwinner, okay? When you lose that title, that you're not the breadwinner no more as the man, and she feels like she's the breadwinner, either she's gonna go mess with Jody or she's gonna get rid of you. All right. So what ended up happening? Hey man, I was in that position, man. I wasn't the breadwinner no more. I lost my job at Time Warner Cable. I was unemployed for 4 or 5 months. You know, at the house, she was the only one bringing in the money. Yeah, had to happen, right? So now this is the part that's crazy, because at that time when, okay, so me and her had got married in 2009. As soon as we got back from getting married, I came back, and that's when I was still working at Fresh Point. All right, I ended up losing my job there, getting laid off, and we and her had just got married, okay? So now she's kind of panicky and frantic because, you know, she's like, oh my God, you just lost your job. I don't know what to do. How are we going to support this family? This, that, and the third, okay? So the first suggestion that I came up with was, hey, I'm gonna go to trucking school, get a CDL, drive over the road, and that was my solution to fixing the problem. Her answer was no. Now, mind you, this was 2009, okay? Her answer was no. I don't think that's a great idea, because this marriage is too young. We just got married like 3 weeks ago. I think that's a bad idea that you're gonna go over the road and be a truck driver, and we just got married. So I tried to provide a solution in 2009, okay? Tried to provide a solution in 2009 that she thought was a bad idea. All right. Needless to say, we got married in 2009. 2011, we was divorced. Okay. It's neither here nor there whose fault it was or whatever. Blase, blase. Nonetheless, we're not together anymore. Okay. So when we did that, I went. So what was it? Time Warner. Okay, and then that's when we got our divorce. 2011, when I finally got released by Time Warner, we ended up splitting. So then that kind of hurt me really bad, really hard, was boohooing really bad because, my parents have been together for 33 years plus. I don't know what divorce looks like. All I know is my parents been together forever, so I don't understand. Nevertheless, man, I had to pick myself up, get myself together. So at that time, I went and got a job at a company called Foster Cabinets, driving produce. All right, it was like the competition for Fresh Point. Okay, so I went to drive for them, which the guy over there that hired me was an ex-manager that hired me at Fresh Point. Now he was over there, so his name was Alan. So he got me in over there. He's like, "Come on over here, man. I get you a job." I told him I really need a job really bad. He said, "Come on over here. I get you a job." So I went over there. I drove for Foster Cabinets for a year and a half. Met up with a buddy of mine named Jay. Okay, Jay drives for Prime 2 right now. Okay. The whole plan that me and Jay was going to do was, we both worked there. We both lived like 5 minutes from each other. The plan was that we both was going to come to Prime, and we were going to get trained, and then me and him was going to run teams together because we live 5 minutes from each other, so it wouldn't be hard for us to take our home time. You know what I mean? It's no problem. We could take our home time. That was the whole initial setup. Is I came to Prime to run team with my buddy Jay, which me and him both came to Prime at the same time, was on the same Greyhound, everything. All right. And in another video segment, I'll tell you guys how I ended up getting into flatbed, because flatbed was kind of crazy too, how I got into flatbed, but that's going to be for another video. But I'll tell you guys how I ended up getting into flatbed. It was all in the same, like when me and Jay got here, we both came here with the intention to go reefer, because we both left a produce company that was refrigerated. So that's all we knew was refrigerated, okay? I didn't know nothing about no flatbed. I never even knew about a flatbed before I came to Prime. All I knew was refrigeration, and yeah, that's what I know, that's what I'm gonna do. And like I said, another video, I'll explain to you guys probably in a couple weeks. I'll do a video on that. But what made me choose flatbed? It's kind of a great story. But nevertheless, we came here, and me and Jay ended up getting parted from doing different trainers. And I'm flatbed, and Jay is still doing reefer. I think he's still here. I haven't talked to my homeboy Jay in a long time. Jay, if you watch this video, man, holla at me, man. You got my number, dog. I haven't talked to you in like 2 months. I think I reached out to you one time, and you said you was in Charlotte, and I was supposed to be on my way to Charlotte. We was gonna link up. He was gonna come by the crib or something, and it never happened. But anyway, nevertheless, there you go. All right, so we came to Prime, and that's how I got on at Prime. Okay. I had a lot of years of like the same field. So DHL, transportation, FedEx, transportation, Fresh Point, transportation, Time Warner. Yeah, it was being a technician, but I still was driving a van. So kind of transportation / whatever. And then Foster Cabinets. I'm driving another produce box truck, transportation. So now all I did was I took myself to the next level and got my CDL. Okay, all these other ones I could just have my permit. I mean, I could just have a regular license, driver's license for. All right, now this one I took the permit. I mean, I took the step to get my CDL. Jay is the actual one who told me, man, let's go get a CDL, man. We sitting here, we making $11 an hour when we could be out here making all kinds of crazy money if we go and get a CDL. You know, it went off in my head. I was like, you know, I always kind of wanted to do this anyway. Dating back to 2009 with my ex-wife, I said that I would go to trucking school to get a CDL so I can make all kinds of great money, and she thought it was a bad idea. So in all reality, if I was stuck with my initial goal in 2009, I would be in this game since 2009. But I came in this game 2000, what year was it, Jay? 12 or 13? 2012. I think we came here 2012, and it was March. Yeah, March, I think. Man, if I'm wrong about my dates, man, it is what it is, man. But I know we've been here 3 years. It's been 3 winters. And but yeah, the intriguing part is I was supposed to be in trucking in 2009. Okay, 2012 when I come in. So that's what? 3 years of missed opportunity? So what I'm trying to tell you is this. Don't let nobody stop you from doing what you want to do. If trucking is what you want to do, that's something that you're passionate about doing, man, get in it. Don't let nobody stop you from doing that. Because what ended up happening? I let how she felt stop me from going in 2009 because why? I was trying to please her. I wanted to make her happy. You know, we just got married, so I'm trying to do everything new to appease her, to please her. Okay? And what was the end result? We got a divorce 2 years after we got married. Went from 2009 to 2011. So what happened? I set myself back 3 years because I did what somebody else wanted me to do. Do what you want to do. Okay? If your mind and your heart tells you this is where you need to go, I need to go to school. Don't let nobody stop you and tell you that you're not supposed to do that. Be strong about it. Get out there and get it. All right, let me tell you. When I was young and coming up, man, I did some very foolish stuff. Smoke weed, yeah, I did that. Broke into cars, yeah, I did that. Stole rims off of cars, yeah, I did that. I did all of that stuff. And did I think that I would ever be in this position right now where I'm at? Man, nah. Nah, man. Because when I was back home in Charlotte and I was working for that produce company, Foster Cavaness, I thought $11 an hour was great money. I thought it was great money. Like, I thought it was great. But now I was on child support then. And child support, you know, it was just like, man, it's hard to make it with this. And then, you know, you're not getting paid for the work that you're doing, really. You know what I mean? You're not getting paid for the work you're doing. And at the end of the day, what my check, you know what I mean? It wasn't going to be no higher than a certain number. It is what it was. You know what I mean? And now I look at it today and I'm like, you know, the check I used to make every 2 weeks doing that stuff, I make that same paycheck and more doing what I do right now today, driving this truck. I'm 3 years behind in the game. I was supposed to be here in 2009. If I would have came like I initially wanted to in 2009, I wouldn't even be driving right now. I would have about 3-4 trucks on the road. And I'll sit at the house and I'll dispatch all my trucks and run the piss out of them. Make these all team trucks. Run east to west, west to east. My drivers get paid great. But I let what somebody else thought was the best move for me stop me from doing what I needed to do. And what I'm here to do and tell y'all today is, if you stuck, if you want a better life, if you want to get away, listen. All right, I got to back up on this one for y'all real quick. Listen, you ever been in a situation or ever been where it's like you feel like you trapped? You know, you complain about like, I want to get away from this situation. I wish there was somewhere I can go and hit the reset button and start over again. I wish. Trucking is your wish. Trucking is your wish. The reason why I say it's your wish, because when you come out here and truck, man, you get to see the whole United States. Something you would never do at that job at the house. Alright? Something you'll never do at that job at the house. Alright? Another thing is when you riding on these highways and these byways, you turn your music off and you going down that long highway, you get time to think, man. You get time to think about a lot of stuff. You get to think about life. You get to envision stuff. And that's a beautiful thing. Because when you can open your mind up and God gives you this beautiful earth, peace and quiet and space to think about everything you want to do in your life, not to mention that you're making money while you're going down this highway. You're making money while you're going down this highway. But at the same time, you get to think about how you can elevate yourself, how you can elevate yourself in trucking, how you can get your authority, how you can put trucks out here, how in 5-10 years, you got a 5 or 10 year plan. You can go sit at home and dispatch trucks. It's a beautiful thing, man. I love it. So if you ever feel like everything's crashing on you and you need to start again, give trucking a thought. But as I always say before, you gotta make sure trucking is a passion. Because there's a lot of people that come into trucking right now that they don't have no passion for it. They don't have no big vision for it. And then they go and sign that dotted line and be a company driver. And you ain't got no ambitions to be nothing better than 38 cents a mile, 40 cents a mile, pennies on the dollar. Think bigger, man. This is a bigger picture. It's money out here to get if you ready to go get it. So is trucking a great career? Trucking is more than a great career. Trucking is a way of life. Trucking is a change of life. Trucking is a new beginning. And if you stuck in that hood and you want to get away from that gang banging stuff, you want to get away from hanging on the block, you want to get away from selling drugs, let me tell you something, homeboy. Trucking is the new age drug game. Nah, and I don't mean this illegally. I'm talking about the money you can make in this is the same money you can make on that block, but you're doing it legit, man. You're doing it legit here, and you won't go to jail for it. Well, unless you don't pay your taxes, you'll go to jail, of course. But you're gonna pay those. And you still gonna come out making money. And you still gonna live a comfortable life. You still gonna ride around in what car you want. Your credit gonna go up. You gonna have the house you want. Thinking about girls? Don't even think about girls, because guess what? When you go home and they see you and they see you flying clean, they gonna flock to you. Don't think about a girl. Ladies, if you watch my videos, don't think about a man. Reason why? Because when you make money, man, people can see that. People want to be around that. People don't want to be around broke people, man. Broke ain't no fun. Broke ain't no joke. Alright? The only thing that gets laughed at when you broke is you. Alright? 50 said this. 50 Cent. He says, you hustling backwards if you chasing a chick. Chase the paper, man. They come with the shh. I ain't gonna say the cuss word because I got kids, my children who watch this. And I don't want to offend nobody with verbal language. I got people up in corporate and prime that watch this. So I'm not gonna use profanity language on my channel, alright? But that's what 50 quoted. He said, you hustling backwards if you chasing a chick. Homie, chase the paper, man. They come with this shh. They come with this right here, man. So don't chase a woman, man. Chase the money. Women, don't chase a man, chase the money. They all come with it, man. And if they don't come with it, guess what? Me personally, man, I don't need nobody to justify me. You feel me? I justify myself. When I see my paycheck, I know I made that paycheck myself. When I go out here in these streets, I don't need no woman to tell me I look good. I don't need no woman to tell me you doing it out here. I don't need nobody to tell me nothing. You know why? Because I'm a self-motivator. I motivate myself to get out here and grind hard and get this money and have a better life for my children. I didn't have a bad life that badly. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, everybody got a hood story. Everybody had a hard life somewhere along the line, whether it was when you was younger or, you know, when you get older. My hardness came with my first wife. You know, I dealt with infidelity, dealt with cheating. I dealt with all that. Okay? So you don't necessarily have to be that you come from a hood story. You can come from a pain story, whether it's military background story. You know, a guy who's out there fighting for our country in Afghanistan, Iraq or something. He's seen killings. That can mess with you mentally. Alright? So, I'm about to be done with this video. But y'all got my story on how and why I came into trucking, man. And like I told y'all before, when I came into trucking, I didn't watch YouTube videos. Didn't no YouTube person tell me to come into trucking. I came into trucking because it was something that I liked. And make sure that when you come into trucking, it could be something that you like. Alright? And if you think it, you can achieve it, you can do it. Alright, so if you're thinking of coming in trucking, you can do it. You can, it's a reality. It can happen. Make it happen, man. Alright? So, I'm signing out, man. LoShawn Parks signing out. Like I said, if y'all want to come to Prime, come on over. Hit up my recruiter, Andrea. Matter of fact, I put Andrea's card right up in the front. I normally keep her card on me so I can give y'all the number. Let me get it real quick. Don't y'all go nowhere. This is live TV now. This is live TV. I'm going to get y'all this number. Look at that. That's so live that y'all didn't see me go off camera and come back. Alright, so I got y'all this number. Andrea, man, she's my recruiter, man. Lately, she says, LoShawn. She put it on my Facebook. She said, LoShawn, man, your videos must be working, man. A lot of people's calling. That's great. I want everybody to call. Everybody call. Alright? 417-521-3818. I'll give it to you again in a mean way. 417-521-3818. You get up, you get out, and you get something. And you call this number. You call Andrea and you tell her you want to come into Prime. Because that's the only way you're going to get in, man, is when you decide that you hungry and you want it. You want it so bad. Ah! That's how you got to feel, man. That's how hungry you got to be when you ready to get out here and get a new career and take control of your life. Man, it don't matter if you call Prime, man. It don't matter if you call Swift. It don't matter if you call CR England. I don't give a damn if you call Knight. I don't care if you call... Who else? Stevens? I mean, CRST. Call them. And get in this game. And when you get applying... Y'all got me missing my words. And when you applying for these jobs and you hungry, it don't matter who accepts you, man. You go in that school and you give it 100. And you get your CDL and you come for your purpose. And your purpose is to get that CDL, man. You ain't come to flirt. You ain't come to make babies. You ain't come to have girlfriends. You came to get that CDL and to get your life on track, man. So it don't matter what trucking company you go to, man. Choose one, and after you fulfill your year on the road, if you like them, you stay with them. If you don't like them, look on the other opportunities. You got a year under your belt. Now you got a lot of these companies that'll take you. All right? So keep that in mind. Y'all stay good out there, man. Y'all stay good. Y'all stay safe, drivers, man. My head hurt, man. I still got to do damn video for Vape Boys. But y'all stay encouraged, man. All right? I'm going to catch y'all next weekend for the Christmas video. Oh, Christmas on Friday. So I got to make a video for y'all on Friday to post on Saturday. Ooh. But I know some of my drivers is going to be out here for the holiday, so I'm going to make a video for y'all. All right? So, until next time. Deuces, man. It don't matter what school you choose or who you go to drive for. You just get out here and you get that experience and you get it. All right? Y'all be easy, man. Early.